superstar who continued to throw punches in bunches. I mean, at one particular exchange, I was counting, he threw like 15 punch combination. It's like unbelievable. So, hell of a fight. I know it was a hard fight for you. I know it was a hard fight for Abner. You guys gave it all. You entertained the crowd. And both of you can be very happy, and you have your arm raised as the continue to be the world champion. You're the king of LA, you're the king of the division, the featherweight division, and you certainly keep on fighting the best of the best, and you deserve to be, and many of the writers you already are, in the pound for pound best list. So it's a pleasure to introduce you and give the microphone out to the one and only king of LA, Leo Santa Cruz.
Thank you guys for always supporting me and for saying all those nice words about me. You know, I always come here and give my heart out to give you guys a great fight and to do my best. So I'm really happy, glad that you guys like the fight, and I'm just happy. Thank you.
Was it a different fight from the first one, and if so, how?
Yeah, you know, Midas came out smarter. You know, he was more cautious. He was waiting for me, trying to counterpunch me and stuff like that. But like I said, I always have something for that. You know, my dad, he says that whatever style they bring, I have something in response, and that's what we did. You know, we have something in response for that style. And there were times that I didn't listen to my dad because I was trying to please my dad, but but I had to do it.
Leo, Abner says he wants a third fight, but you're 2-0 now in this rivalry. Do you think you've closed this chapter for good?
Well, you know, the people are the ones to decide. You know, if the people loved it, if they think that it was a close fight and that Midas could beat me, if they want it, I'll give him the third fight. But I think, you know, I already beat him twice. But like I said, I'll give him the third fight if the people want it.
Did you dedicate this fight to your father?
Yeah, you know, like I said, my dad was a real champion. You know, coming to this fight, he was doing really good and everything. But then the day of the weigh and everything, he got really bad. He barely made it to the weigh-in. He had really cramps right in the back. He couldn't really move, and I was worried. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I was you could see that I was kind of worried because my dad was doing really bad, and he had to go to the room, and he stood there all day. He didn't want to show it or nothing, but I knew that there was something wrong with him. But I was scared that he wasn't gonna be in my corner. But thank God, you know, he's a hard man, tough man, and he went there to my corner. He was there. We told him not to go, but you know, he's hard, so that's why he's a real champion, and I dedicate this fight to him.
Any chance of a tiebreaker with Frampton?
Yeah, of course. You know, I won. Like I said, if I beat Midas, I won the fight. I won, you know, unified. If not, I want to make the third fight against Frampton. He beat Don Nito there, so we could make the third fight if the people want it.
Right here in LA?
Yep, of course, here in LA.
I was just going to ask, you might have asked that in here, but you mentioned after the fight, Richard mentioned it earlier too, that it looks like you guys want to go after the Gary Russell fight, right?
Yeah, of course.
How important is that? I'm sorry. How important is that to you to get that done at this point?
You know, I want to be the best. You know, and Russell is one of the champions. Oscar Valdez, another champion. Welsh, he just beat Lee Selby. So any unification against any of those champions, you know, I'm up for it. I want to prove I'm one of the best, and to do that, I have to fight the champions unified and hopefully win all those titles. But you know, the promoter sometimes the fights can't happen, so we have to move to another fight. So, but whoever they make the fight, I'm ready.
So earlier there was a call out between right here from Oscar Valdez today. How much would you want that fight to happen, and how much, you know, do you feel it would be something like this? Both guys, you know, with that Mexican American heritage.
Of course, you know, he's a Mexican. He comes forward, throwing a lot of punches. I think it's gonna be a great fight because, you know, he has the same style. He comes forward, throwing those big punches. I just have to be really careful because he does, you know, he has power. He goes in with those big hooks, but like I said, you know, I have a response for everything, and I think it'll be an entertaining fight and explosive fight too.
Congratulations on winning again. You know, you fought guys like Frampton and Mars now who are willing to engage with you, but Gary Russell obviously is a lot different, likes to box and move. How do you think you would do against that style?
No, like my dad, you know, like I said, my dad's a smart man. For every fighter, he knows how to send me. With Gary Russell, you know, timing, he's really fast and everything, but you know, timing beats speed. And I have sparred in the gym with fighters that are really fast, and I do good against them because, you know, I know how to fight them. Every time they throw, I go first, and, you know, I think with my pressure, you guys saw, I don't know if you guys saw, but when Joseph Diaz was pressuring, he worked the body. You guys could tell that Gary Russell went down, you know, he wasn't throwing with power. His speed wasn't there no more, but then Joseph stopped, and that's when Gary Russell kept. So I think with my pressure working the body, I think I could adjust and beat Gary Russell.
Is that the fight you want next?
That one or any unification, you know, Gary Russell, he's a WBC. There's Oscar Valdez, Welsh, or, you know, any. I'm ready for whoever the fans want.
Yeah. Leo, when you're, you know your dad is going through stuff, like he said last couple of days, can you tell in the fight, in the corner, if he's feeling pain, or do you notice it at all, or is he good at blocking it out?
Right there he is, by the way.
You know, he's really good at blocking it out, because, you know, he always tries to show me that he's not a thing that he knows that I worry a lot, you know, he knows that I worry a lot. So even yesterday when I told him, hey, what's wrong, because I could see in his face that he was trying to hide it from me, but I still could tell, and he was like, no, I'm okay. But I knew there was like something wrong with him, but he didn't want to worry me because he knew I have a big fight, and sometimes those things make you, you know, do worse. But, you know, I did better because of him, to make him, his hopes up and to make him feel better. So, because every time he sees me do good, and I knew a victory was gonna bring his hopes up, and hopefully it did.
Leo, háblanos del significado de esta victoria y si le darás la revancha.
Esta victoria fue para mí muy grande, era otra que me sigue moviendo mi carrera para arriba. Y si la gente la quiere, podemos hacer la tercera. Yo lo dije, si fue una pelea cerrada y que la gente le gustó, emocionante, por mí estoy dispuesto a dar la tercera o la pelea que venga, lo que sea.
Leo, did you think that you had hurt him in the 7th round and that you could have taken him out at that point? And also, how different was this fight than the first one?
You know, like I said, I was a little bit smarter. I was, you know, trying to, you know, for him to come in and I'll step back and I use my reach more. I wasn't staying inside that long. You know, I was trying to box him, pick my perfect shots, and, you know, Mike is a tough fighter. You know, he could take some punches. And I got him with some good shots, but he could take them. He know how to survive. You know, he know how to survive. So it was, you know, tough to hurt him. And, you know, he's a great fighter.
Leo, you stated before this fight, you know, if you win, you're going to try for a unification bout. But if you weren't able to get that, you move up to 130. Any thoughts on that? And who would be your first opponent at 130 if you wouldn't be able to get any of the unification bouts?
Whoever gives the opportunity, you know. I think there's Rashid, there's I think Germanda, he's the champion, and there's some other champions, but whoever gives me the opportunity, no matter who, I just want to look for the 4th title.
Leo, you definitely had like a home arena advantage here tonight, and you are a champion, you know, the #1 featherweight champion. Yeah. Do you want to say like, hey, I just want my fights to be at Staples Center from now on?
Hopefully, you know, this is my house. If I could have all the fights here, I would love that. But, you know, sometimes I want to go and fight for other people too. You know, I want other people to see me. But if I want fights to happen here at Staples Center, I'll be happy.
Thank you.
Leo, buenas noches. Antes de saludarte a ti, don José, todo mi respeto y mi cariño, y sabe que lo admiro mucho. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Leo, te pregunto algo familiar porque sé que es lo más importante y quizá lo único para ti, la familia.
Sí.
En porcentaje, ¿qué tanto pesa el haberle dedicado a tu padre esta noche en la pelea y que se haya subido contigo?
No, para mí es lo más grande. Mi papá estaba conmigo desde que empecé a boxear. Siempre estaba conmigo ahí, nos íbamos en el bar juntos. Me decía, me pegaba cuando no hacía bien para subir las manos o algo. Que mi papá siempre que esté con mi esquina vale mucho. Yo creo que si no estaba en la esquina no es lo mismo estar sin mi papá, y me dolería mucho si no hubiera estado conmigo y sería como un golpe para mí y aún no sería el mismo.
Gracias.
Leo.
Okay, one more question, and then I want Leo to get some rest and spend some time with his father. I think they deserve to be on their way home. Okay?
Leo, over here, to your right. I want to express you my personal thoughts and prayers to you and your father.
Thank you.
And I want to ask you, throughout the fight, you were throwing quite a number of combinations, and you think you were doing a lot more this time than you were the last time?
You know, I just tried to do good. I didn't know. I thought maybe I did. I didn't feel that I did better than the first fight. I don't know. Hopefully, I did. I was in there for trying to do a good fight. I went there. I was trying to make sure I was winning the fight, and if I did, hopefully I did.
Take the back.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Give a big hand to Leo Santos.
Radio Raheem and Leo Santa Cruz. Hey man, when they announced that it was a split decision, the crowd gasps. In that moment, did you think there was a possibility you weren't going to win this fight?
I thought I was doing really good, but some rounds, sometimes when you're up there, sometimes you don't really know how the fight is going. And yeah, it's always that doubt that they could, get the fight to the other fighter. And I was scared sometimes that they could get the decision to him.
You threw so many punches in the first fight. This one seemed almost the same. Did you have a different game plan? Did you come in expecting to do this fight differently than the first?
Yeah, I did. My dad told me that to be smart, and I also saw the first fight, I was going in and Miles was waiting for me. He was throwing punches, and that's when he got me. So, this time I kind of did it like with a friend. If I was on the outside waiting for him, using my reach, keeping it from the outside, so that, because, he has shorter arms, so if I threw my distance, he wasn't going to be able to land. So when he threw, I could catch him, and that's what I was doing.
Was he tougher an opponent this time?
Yeah, I think he was a tougher opponent. He got me with some good shots, with some good hooks and everything. But, we did what we had to do, and we got the victory.
Radio Raheem with Leo Santa Cruz. Congratulations on an excellent win.